Guess who back in the house? Click, 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 clack in about. Okay, so I'm back. Hey guys, I took a little break. I need a couple weeks off. So let's go on through shit. We'll talk about it. Yeah, episode 3. We're gonna get into it. We got a lot to talk about. I have to talk about traitors and my hatred for Tara. But we all know a bitch like Tara. They will sit there and talk all the shit on the floor, at the desk, at the water cooler, and then as soon as you get into HR meeting and the boss in front of you, they ain't got shit to say. Oh, I ain't never said that. Tara, fuck you. We also get into we get into traders a lot. Like traders, like this season had so much potential, but this is proof of what happens when you let mediocre straight white men come and do their thing. It just leads to a shitty ass season, and all the good people left early. We talk about Real Housewives Potomac. Their part one of their season 10 trailer. Part one of season 10 a reunion came on. Summer House. Kyle is acting a fucking mess. Shia LaBeouf is down in New Orleans. Shia LaBeouf, blast from the past, is down in New Orleans acting a plump fool, showing his ass. We talk about my baby, Punch the Monkey. They some monkeys up in Japan acting a plump fool and picking on my damn nephew. Don't like it. Let's talk about other stuff. Jill Zarin got fired on her day off. Praise be. But you know what? Hit the intro. Welcome to the Life of Leek podcast, where I'm the main character, the narrator, and occasionally the villain. I'm your host, Malik, here to break down pop culture, reality TV, and whatever chaos the world's serving up this week. So grab your drink, adjust your crown, and let's get into it. You make me want to throw my pager out the window, tell MCI to cut the phone code, break my lease so I can move, cause you a bugaboo, a bugaboo. It's not hot when you be calling me, stressing me, paging my beeper, you're just non-stop. And it's not hot that you be calling me every 10 minutes and then you stop by. When I first met you, you were cool, but it was game, you had me fooled. But 20 minutes after I gave you my number, you already had my mailbox full. So what? Bought a pair of shoes. What now? I guess you think I owe you. You don't have to call as much as you do. I give them back to be through with you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Life of Leek podcast, episode 3. I took a little break. I'll be dealing with my depression and my anxieties. So, I need a week off. I guess it'll be 2 weeks by the time this comes out. It's coming out Monday, so it'll be 2 weeks. My phone on silent. Because you'll be calling me. So I took a week off. Life is lifing. You know what? So, what happened? What has happened in the last 2 weeks? Okay, so I think the last time I talked to you guys, my roof started leaking. So that was one point of stress. Yeah, home ownership is a fucking scam, and I'm convinced about it. Like the roofs just started leaking, so we had to get in touch with State Farm. Yeah, gotta do a roof shit. What else happened? Roof stuff happened. Family shit happened. Last weekend I went to the Liberty Ball, which is like it's like a gala. It's like a fun little gala. I had a little dress up moment. All the money raised, it goes towards on at Penn State. So like it's put on by the, please do not, I will fuck this up. I think it's the Penn State Alumni Association Philadelphia chapter. Yeah, so I did that. That was last Saturday. That was fun. Last Friday, I had to hang out with my friend Pam. I think we've been doing this like 5-6 years. We do a Valentine's Day date. We go to Olive Garden, and we were like real classy. We get appetizers, get some wines, then we eat. We usually go to this dive bar in Ardmore called Jack McShay's. And that's usually when I start my whiskey challenge. Every year, Jack McShay's, they have like, there's 30 Irish whiskeys that you have to do. You either get a shot or get a mixed drink. And I do shots because I'm not a bitch. So you either do a shot or mixed drinks. So I started mine. It's like 30 of them. I think I got like 10 that night. So Saturday was when I was supposed to record this episode last Saturday, but I was not up to it. And then I had to get myself together because then I had to go to the Liberty Ball that night. Liberty Ball was fun. I danced. Oh my God. I stepped on a child, like an infant. Like, okay, so not my fault. Don't know why the child was there. You got to get a babysitter, girls. You got to get a babysitter. So I'm minding my business. Mind you, this is probably like I'm 7 to 8 glasses of red wine in. What were they playing? They were playing Zombie Nation. Zombie Nation. Like, oh, we are Penn State. So I'm hopping. I'm doing my little hops up and down, jump, jump. And I just feel something in the back of me. And I'm like, it's a child. The mother is bent down with the child. I guess she's trying to make him dance. No, by this time, it's like 11:30 at night. Child should be home. You should be home. Do better as a parent. I felt so bad, partly, but it ain't my fault. Child shouldn't have been there. So after Liberty Ball, went to the after party. After party was fun. I think they kicked this out around like 4 a.m. Yeah, they turned lights up, started playing on closing time. So it's time to go. So I got home at like 5. I think last Sunday. I got bed ride last Sunday. Pretty sure. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I bed ride last Sunday. And then I was off Monday for President's Day. And pretty much, I think that's it. I don't think anything happened on Sunday. I think I just stayed in my bed because I think people were trying to get me out of the house on Sunday. But I was like, nah. Yeah, last week I was drunk for like, yeah, the 12th, 13th, 14th, I was very intoxicated. The 12th was that Thursday. I went to my friend Donnie Westwood's show. He puts on like it's a all-inclusive male review. My friend Donnie, he is a bartender extraordinaire at B West and Frankie Bradley's here in Center City, Philadelphia. Either like he's like twice a month. No, every other month. He puts on like a Westwood show. This was their Valentine's Day show. I always buy a ticket. I wasn't supposed to be in the city that night because I had to be early and alert for work at 9 a.m. the next morning. Somehow I ended up there. I was there till like 1 doing whiskey shots. And then that led into Friday being a mess. I think I took a nap Friday, then went back out Friday, went out with Pam for our Olive Garden date. And then it just led until Sunday, 4 a.m. Sunday morning. So that's how that worked. What else has happened? RIP to Eric Dane. I first met Eric Dane because he played Jason on Charmed, who was on like season 5 and 6. He was Phoebe Halliwell's love interest for a good year and a half after she broke up with Cole. That's where I first met him in my life. But everyone else pretty much know him as Mark Sloan from Grey's Anatomy, McSteamy. He was on there for like, what, 7 to 8 years? He passed. Is it yesterday? So what's today? Today's Saturday, so it was maybe Thursday or Friday. He passed. He had ALS, which is a terrible disease. It really hit me. Like a lot of people, like I don't know, like I feel like maybe does that make me an old person? Like a lot of people that I've known, like characters that I've known since my childhood, like Catherine O'Hara passing. What, Home Alone came out in 1992, 1993? That's my entire life. She passed away, and now I'm blanking. I never watched Dawson's Creek, but I knew James Van Der Beek was. He was part of like the 90s culture, so I knew of him. He passed away. Julian McMahon passed. I knew him from Charmed and Nip Tuck, which was one of my favorite TV shows as well. Yeah, Julian McMahon passed last year. Someone else passed last year. It's just like, oh, it's just sad. And then yesterday, Snooki announced that she had cancer, but she said they caught it early. But that's crazy. It's just a lot of crazy shit. I'm paying for Eric and his family, I'm paying for everything. So is that enough? That's enough of my rambling. All right, let's get into hot topics. What's the first hot topic? So, have y'all heard about Punch the Monkey? Okay, so as I said, I took like a couple of days off because this week has been one of my dark and gloomy weeks. And I'm trying to be, I'm open book. I have HD. I suffer from depression and anxiety. So I'm on like I'll joke and say I'm less than highly medicated, but I am on medication. But like me and my doctor, we talk about it all the time. Like I don't want to be like Karen Huger and freaking up in my dosage just because I get a little sad about something when I have a reason to be sad about it. So I ain't up my dosage for nothing. So sometimes I'm just sad. I just have my dark and gloomy days. I just want to be by myself. I don't want to talk to nobody. So that's what it was this week. And then Punch the Monkey comes up on my damn For You page. And any video I've seen about this damn monkey, I've been crying. So for anyone who doesn't know, long story short, Punch is a 6-month-year-old. I forget what type of monkey he is, but he's a monkey. He's up there in Japan, in the Japan zoo. And he was born in July, and his mom almost immediately rejected him, like pushed him away and like didn't want to take care of him. So obviously the zookeepers started caring for him. A big thing with monkeys is they like physical contact, like they like to be holding on to their moms, they like to touch their moms, sleep with them, things like that. So since he didn't have a mom or a monkey to do that, they gave him this stuffed orangutan. I'm trying not to cry because I've been crying about this damn monkey all. So he holds onto the orangutan when he's sleeping. It's his like physical contact. So like I guess recently they tried to introduce him back into 1 second. Oh wait, my mug. If you I don't know if you watching the video, you'll see my Penn State mug. My good girlfriend Jonathan Klingelman. This was her birthday. This is gonna be her Christmas gift. But then I liked it. I liked it when I got it, and they sold out, so I couldn't get my own. So I kept this one. I got him something different. So John, if you don't, he don't watch. He listens. So if y'all see this, this was John's gift. It is big. It keeps the damn water. I fill it up. I fill it up like once a day, and I keep it by my bed. It keeps that water cold for a good 24 hours. And one thing about medications that you're on sometimes makes you dehydrated. So I try to keep hydrated. So I keep the water everywhere. But I want cold water most times. But that's a lifesaver. So back to Punch. So they've been trying to reintroduce him to the monkeys in the enclosure, and those fucking raggedy ass hoes, they were picking on him, and like that video, like they like he was going up trying to say hi, push him, and they would push him away, and then there was like one they was like chasing him. He's just a little freaking baby, and it's so sad. And he just walks around that damn enclosure carrying his little orangutan. And it's if I were recorded this on Thursday or Friday, like I was going to, I would be crying. But yesterday, I think Friday and yesterday, the updates are he's made a friend, and his friend has started like to hug him, and his friend there's like a video of him getting groomed by his friend, which is like what the monkeys do, they like, groom you. So that's like a sign that he's being accepted, and I'm so happy for Punch. But those little holes in that damn enclosure better watch out because you know what? Only is he viral? He's viral on Black Twitter in the Black community, and he got uncles and aunties on the Black side, and we ready to hop on a plane to Japan and save our little nephew because we ain't putting up with that shit. And he's so freaking cute, and it's like so heartbreaking. I think what made me cry was like I don't know. I was never the type of kid. I didn't have like a blanket or like a security blanket or whatever. But like you watch those stories, you hear about those stories like how you have these kids and like they're lonely and they have their security blanket. It means so much to them, and it's so heartbreaking to see like this little helpless creature just has that orange orangutan that brings him comfort. Is all he has, and he just carries it. But and it was like him there, everyone getting fed, and like the zookeepers would come out feed him, and he would grab on the zookeeper and like literally hold on for dear life, like this, like just on his leg. Oh, okay, we ain't gonna cry about the monkey, but Punch got a friend, y'all. So this is I feel better, but all week it was me and my no and my sadness and my anxiety, and then Punch, and we were worried about Punch. So it's been a week. All right, so I'm very nervous because I'm like last episode I went on like a whole 20-30 minute rant, and then come to find out I didn't record shit. So I'm very nervous if I'm recording or not. But let's get into Hot Topic. So mind you, I'm like catching up on like 2 weeks of Hot Topic. So I think the last time we talked was like the night of the Super Bowl, and we talked about Bad Bunny. So yeah, so Bad Bunny happened. It was very awesome, and obviously, the MAGA and the MAGA fucking Republic, fucking racist team up, and they had a problem. And it's very funny how they sitting there being racist and hating, probably while eating guacamole and chips and salsa. Just uncultured and ignorant. Uncultured and a pain in the ass. Uncultured and disgusting. But it was like, I think, and there was some Republican that was like, we're looking into the transcripts and the translations to make sure that there was nothing illegal happening. What the fuck is going to be illegal happening? One of the main things, other than his music, when he was speaking, the main thing he was talking about was how he is where he is today, which was on one of the biggest stage in the world, because he believed in himself and he didn't give up on himself. And mind you, I don't know no Spanish, so I'm listening to my Spanish friends. I'm reading what the translations were, and I'm reading like the articles that he set out, and like I believe the articles and the interviews that he did of what he was saying in the translations. He was saying when he was doing that speech in the middle, he was saying how he believed in himself, and that's how he got where he is now. He never gave up on himself, and then it really like touched me because like think about if you think about Bad Bunny, like 10 years ago, he was still putting his music on the internet by himself, bagging groceries at a grocery store. And it really made me think about myself and like doing what I'm doing now, especially with this podcast. Like, I don't know. I'm currently laying in my bed in a beanie and a hoodie and just got my microphone and my laptop. Like, I guess I have hopes and dreams of what it could be, but like, I'm not going to die unhappy or be unhappy if I'm just sitting here talking shit on my laptop for a while. It's like, who knows where I'll be in 10 years, or what this could be in 10 years, or what this could be in 10 months, or whatever. But if you believe in yourself and what you're doing and you're proud of what you're doing, whether it just be these videos where I'm talking to y'all on my laptop with my face cam camera and my microphone in my bedroom, I'm fine with this. So it's very inspirational. And I think that's what America is supposed to be. America is supposed to be the world, the land of opportunity. It used to be the land of opportunity. It's supposed to be an inspiration about no matter where you come from or how you start, you can make a better life for yourself, or you can follow your dreams and make something happen with the little that you start with. But with the current administration, the current way the world is, people don't feel that. Think Spanish is evil and Spanish is an evil language, especially in a country that does not have an United States does not have an official language. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, don't quote me on statistics. I'm pretty sure there's more Spanish speakers in the United States than there are English speakers. Because most times, most Spanish speakers speak English as well. But I digress. Bad Bunny was amazing. And leading from that, let's get into the Jill Zarin of it all. So, a couple weeks ago, which is another reason why I'm glad I didn't record this episode a couple weeks ago, because I would have had to talk about Jill Zarin 2 weeks in a row. So, a couple weeks ago, E Entertainment Network announced that they were doing a new reality show with the OG Real Housewives of New York. So it would have been started off as Ramona Singer, Luann, Jill Zarin, Kelly Ben Simone, and Sonia Morgan. First of all, only two of them are only Ramona, Jill, and Luann will be OGs. They were the only ones in the first episode of Roni. And Kelly Ben Simone. How the hell is Kelly Ben Simone back in our lives? Because no one liked her. I can't stand Kelly Ben Simone. I digress. Sonia, she's fine. But I think they're not even filming in New York. They're going to be filming it in like Florida. I think Palm Beach, Florida. And I think it's clear to say, I don't know. I think when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't think I'm watching this. Because it's like Palm Beach, Florida. We already know Ramona's MAGA. And I was like, Ramona's MAGA. We know Jill Zarin's MAGA. Palm Beach, Florida is not a good fucking look. So I was like, I don't want to watch this MAGA ass show. And then a main thing I was like, my first response was when I looked at the cast lineup, where the hell is Dorinda? I need Drunky. I need Drunky on there. Where the hell is Dorinda? After the whole Bad Bunny halftime show, Jill Zarin puts this video on socials saying that was the worst halftime show I've ever seen. I had no idea what he was saying. Side note, gonna say, oh, that was Lady Gaga on the stage. Jill, are you fucking kidding me? Your eyebrows have not moved since 2015. And you're talking about someone else's face? First of all, I don't know what Gaga has done. But in my eyes, can still pick Gaga out from a crowd compared to when I first met her in 2008, 2009. She ain't done changed that much. Maybe some Botox. Jill, you have remodeled your entire facial structure, and you're going to sit there and talk shit about Stephanie. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then another thing I think about with, especially with these fucking reality TV shows and celebrities, mostly the people in the reality TV show space, especially like Bravo fans, half the audience are gays and liberals. The audience are all liberals and mostly gays. And for some of these fucking reality TV stars to come out with their backwards thinking, their dumb MAGA ass comments, being pro MAGA, pro Trump, and then they're like, I don't understand why shit is being taken away from me. I don't understand why people are turning on me. Because we're not your audience. We're not the audience for that shit. And so Jill wants to be on her racist rant saying, oh, there were no white people in that show. No, they were speaking, he's grabbing his crotch and all this other. I think he moves around his crotch a lot. I think I may have counted like once or twice he grabbed his crotch, but whatever. You want to stay off my man Benito. But it was just a racist rant. So, I think like 24, 48 hours later, Jill was let go. Eve said that Jill is no longer a part of our show. Jill, how the hell you get fired on your day off? You don't even start recording yet. And you done got fired. That's funny. And it's also funny because that's the second time that's happened. Because Jill was trying to get a RHOP Legacies going back on in Bravo a couple years ago. And it was going to be like the same cast. It was going to be her, Luann, Ramona, Sonia, Kelly, and her. She was planning everything, get everything. It was RHOP Legacy show on Bravo. Then we get into the last freaking stages. It got canceled because of salary disputes. Jill thinks she's worth more than she is. Jill, in Jill's head, I think she thinks she's like an iconic housewife when really she's like maybe top 75. And that's being graceful. Jill, you won what, 2, 3, 4 seasons? You were on the early season, but it wasn't even anything iconic. The only thing iconic about you was your feud with Bethany, and mostly everyone was on Bethany's side. Like, you think you're more of an OG housewife than you actually are. Yeah, you were on the first seasons, but you never missed. And so the RHOP Legacy show was scrapped, and then they ended up doing the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip with all of RHOP. Jill was not included, and they brought on Dorinda. And it's very funny because now the E show still going on without Jill, and guess who they got to come on? Dorinda. There's Dorinda. They got Dorinda back. So now Dorinda's taking your spot. So it's very sad. Very funny. Being it sucks to be a racist. It sucks to be back, especially in this space. Like, sucks to be Jill. So, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people know. I don't know a lot of people. I do like one of my favorite daytime TV shows. I think that's the one thing I miss about bartending and working at night. I can't watch my daytime TV shows. I used to watch every day. I used to wake up and watch Wendy Williams, and then The View came on right after, and then I'll take my nap before my shift. So The View this week had I forget the girl. She had a baby, so she's on maternity leave. So they brought on Savannah Chrisley as a guest host for the week. Which I don't know whose idea that was. Because when I first read that, I was like, why are they throwing Savannah Chrisley on that view table so they can cuss her out, so they can cuss her ass out? And I knew it was going to happen. Because Savannah Chrisley, she's MAGA Barbie. She thinks if Trump called her and said, I need you to give me a baby, she would do it. And I don't know, she indebted to him because he got her parents out. Side note, I'm a big fan of Christine Knows Best. I think the only reason, like, they got caught scamming the government out of taxes. That's not killing nobody. The government's shady as fuck. So that's one of the crimes that I'm like, okay, I can let it go. What I don't like is they indebted to Trump because Trump done pardon them. So that's where I have a problem with them. So it's a love-hate relationship with the Chrisleys currently. But yeah, so I was like very scared for Savannah because Whoopi don't hold back, Joy don't hold back, Sonny definitely don't hold back. So I would say like the first couple of days, they were off on. No, they were on Monday. They don't take holidays off. So First couple of days of the week, they were fine. They were very nice to her. She had her opinions on things, like a lot of superficial things. It was nothing about like really into politics. So they're very nice. Sunny was very nice to her, and she was sitting right next to Sunny. But I think like Thursday, so at some point, Savannah decided she wanted to make the statement that it really hurts her when people say that Trump is a racist. They were just trying to have a good week. They didn't want to yell at you. They just wanted you to come and have your little time on talk show. You got some fresh Botox. You fixed your face up. Savannah looked like she a good. Savannah looked like with her. I knew she was younger than me. Savannah gives a good 48. 49. That girl is 28. I don't know where people go for their plastic surgery, but don't go to them. Dolores from Southern Jersey, wherever she went, they did good. There's somebody else who got some good work done. I'll remember and I'm gonna let y'all know. But that's Savannah. She's saying that Trump ain't racist. And everyone's like, "Oh, okay, well, here's the moment we've been waiting for." They're like, how the hell? Trump is a racist. Trump isn't a proven racist. The court had been proved to be a racist, which what we brought up back in the 90s and the 80s, where Trump refused to rent out apartments to black people, and they went to court and settled. Savannah ain't know nothing about that. She was like, "Oh, was that proven?" They were like, "Yeah, he went to court. There was a settlement." Then they brought the whole video that Trump sent out on truth.com, whatever he uses. I don't know. That video of the Obamas as monkeys in the Lion King. First of all, there's no apes in the Lion King, so you're being racist no matter what. And Trump said, "Oh, a staffer sent it out." Who are the staffers? Where are their faces? There have been no names released, or have they been fired? What's happening? Sonny cut her off at the pass. As soon as Savannah said he's not a racist, Sonny was like, he is a racist. He is a racist. He is a racist. She was like, dear. She called her dear or sweetie. Sweetie, he is a racist. So that was funny. Side story. So when I was bartending, sometimes I'd be like, I had this one lady, she was pissed at. I was kind of get her order. I was like, "Can I get you anything, sweetie?" She was like, "Don't you dare call me sweetie." You know what? I ain't call her sweetie the rest of the night. I also ain't take her order the rest of the night. I was like, "You gonna find somebody else. Don't get smart with me." First of all, I ain't say I didn't. That was the first. I never knew saying sweetie was derogatory, but the way she came at me, it was. And you know what? Miss. Okay, but back to other. Let's move on to another freaking menace. Shia LaBeouf is down in New Orleans wreaking havoc. They said he was on a 3-day bar crawl. He was getting into fights. Or Shia LaBeouf was sober and got his life together and was living at a farm somewhere with his wife and child. Somehow he done got a plane down to Mardi Gras. And he's sitting there getting in the fights. They got videos of him. There's like video evidence. I was like, he ain't got no bodyguards. Let's show poor. Wait, what's the last movie Shia LaBeouf in? Is he poor? Is he going through money troubles? Maybe, but you know what? You could be poor and have a good ass time in New Orleans. Been there, but yeah, he ended up getting arrested. Then he got bailed out. He was a TikTok. It was one black lady. Because it was like after he got arrested, it was hashtag free Shia, or he tweeted something about free me, and then he got free. And he was hanging with the black aunties. They was like black aunties is a fan of Shia. Shia, yeah, the black girls they always been into Shia actually. Yeah, I used to be into Shia, but then he started to look like he ain't bathed, and that's the one I can't get with the no hygiene. I can't get with the homeless look. Yeah, you. The most I do, you gotta have a good shaped up beard. Other than that, if you looking homeless, I can't. Like it look like Shia don't know what soap is. Make right guard turn left. Make secret tell it all. And speed stick slow down. But he still look dirty. But you know what? I always said if I ever become homeless, the homeless people in New Orleans, they look like they living good lives. Like I would be homeless in New Orleans. Like the only thing I don't know where I like they all don't look like They look like maybe they like 2 days without a shower. Most of them, they all got dogs. Y'all can party and listen to music in the streets. Like, I feel like New Orleans isn't the worst place. I guess like probably during hurricane season that'll be an issue, but I don't know. Y'all never think about where y'all would be homeless if y'all could. Like, if I had to be homeless, I wouldn't be homeless in Philly. It's too damn cold. Yeah, I'll take the train to Ardmore. But then I heard if the homeless person, they just put you on the train, send you back to the city. I don't know if that's a rumor, but no, I can't be homeless. Philly too cold, especially all this damn snow. And I'm pissed that the snow just melted, and now it's trying to come back tomorrow. Sick of damn snow. That's the reason my roof fucked up because of the damn snow. I just got this roof done like 15 years ago. I don't know. I feel like the warranty should have lasted longer, but the cracks. I guess it was a small crack, but with all the 50 feet of snow that was on my roof, I guess it melted too quickly, came through all my damn water. Almost fucked up my clothes and suits. I had to move my clothes. My room is a mess. I had to move my clothes racks out from that wall. I ain't got nowhere to put them. Got too much clothes to begin with, and I can't be losing space, square footage for my clothes. I digress, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So who was I talking about? Shia. So Shia free now. Apparently he was walking around. So what happened was police say that he was involved in a bar altercation in the French Quarter and was charged with 2 counts of simple battery after allegedly striking multiple people. Witnesses describe erratic, belligerent behavior over several days of a Mardi Gras bar crawl. Like literally, I think like a solo Mardi Gras bar crawl. Like he was by himself. Some reports also allege that during the incident, he used homophobic slurs. Like I said, after being booked and treated by medics, he was released from custody and later was seen mingling along Bourbon Street crowds. You know what? Go on, Shia. He was like, I'm. He was like, yeah, the cops ain't keeping me down. I'm going back and enjoy my damn holiday. But you know what? I'm gonna pray for Shia because I think he has a drinking problem. So, the American Next Top Model documentary came out this week. So it's a 3-part documentary. Tyra is on it. Jay Manuel's on it. Miss J's on it. Nigel Barker's on it, and like a couple girls from like a couple of cycles. I think like the first couple 4 cycles had girls from, but they had people throughout. And they're just going about like how it happened. Tyra, I'm gonna need you not Tyra, walking up on set in a Carmen Sandiego jacket, trying to gaslight us. And Tyra ain't take no accountability for nothing. Tyra is like, I was the executive producer in name only. I'm like, I'm interested in how they approach Tyra with this because it's like the documentary seemed like an expose of American Next Top Model, but the way Tyra's talking, I feel like they told her this was like a 30th or like a 25th anniversary or like a 20-year anniversary celebration of American Next Top Model where we're glorifying it and it's going to lead into another season. But like the documentary is actually like talking shit about them and like how horrible and how they hated these girls and how they were literally trying to kill them. Like on multiple occasions they were trying to kill these fucking girls. Tyra was like, I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't had no control. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Tyra was like, I'm shaggy to this bullshit. It was not me. Why did she wear that jacket? She had nothing else to wear. Just that jacket. So one of my main takeaways, it was nice seeing Mr. J. Sorry, Miss J. J. Alexander. It was nice seeing him. It took me back to a time because I was there Marriage Next Time. I used to watch it. I was there from season 1. I think I watched it from season 1 to like season 6 or 7. I fell off because UPN was like the only channel I watched back in the day. That was the black channel. They had all the black shows. They had the Parkers, Moesha, One on One. Half and half was my show. Half and half was my show. Girlfriends and American Next Top Model. And I used to watch. Me and Bobby used to watch it together. I think even my cousin used to watch it together. We used to live up the street from me. That was something to watch. And I think back then, like seeing a gay black man, he was like one of the first gay black men I saw on television. like a major TV show. Like I never wanted to model or anything, but just seeing someone living their truth, that's like a core memory in my head of seeing him in my head. Jay Manuel, like I never got Jay Manuel was like kind of always put on a facade. Like he always seemed like he had some darkness behind him. So that's why I'm like, when he goes and he's like he trying to completely throw Tyra under the bus. Like he had nothing to do with it. And nothing to do with these challenges and nothing to do with the problematic shit that happened. I'm not completely no, Jay, you had something to do with it. You ain't off the hook. A major thing they were talking about, one of the main things that I think kind of caught me off guard and looking back at it, I will say American Next Top Model it was a result of the times of television. It was yes, and it's different to look at it now with 2026 eyes when it was like what 2022, 2020, I'm sorry, 2003, 2004. It's different to look at that because it was a totally different time. Like if you even think about American Idol, like that show, like one of the things I haven't watched American Idol since it was on Fox. But like, one of the things I find annoying is that they don't show. And I guess like when they came back to ABC, they were like, "Oh, we don't want to show the auditions because it's mean spirited. We don't want to laugh at people." And it was kind of like what you drew me in of watching American Idol, watching the auditions, watching like the delusional people who think they can sing but they can't. I don't even want to watch the good singers. I think that's why I never watched it. But also, maybe that could be me. But one thing I would say, like in the beginning, Tyra was saying how she wanted to do the show because she wanted to make a difference or like find women that would be excluded from the normal industry of the modeling industry, and she didn't want to tear them down like the current modeling industry was. And then by the end of the documentary and by the end of the show's run, she was doing the same. She was contradicting that. She ended up being the same exact way. She was in a couple instances in the history they were judging women on their weight, which is was always fucking annoying to me. Because Takara, I forget what season Takara was. Takara was not. But they explained it. Takara was not that big in normal people standards. She was not big at all. She just had extra ass, some extra tits, and that was like she had a fucking waist. She had a waistline people fucking pay for nowadays. They ostracized her. One of the big things was Danielle, who ended up winning. She's the one who had the gap in her teeth, and they were like, "You need to fix your gap, close your gap." And she was like, "I don't want to close my gap. I like my gap." And it was a big thing, and I remember that episode. That's when I used to watch it religiously, and it was a big thing of her closing her gap and her teeth. And then later, they added a gap. They widened someone's gap, and she what the fuck, which is fucking crazy. But the biggest thing that hit me was the Sadie story. Because I remember when that came out. I remember when Sadie came out and I think they were in Italy, and like she had cheated on her boyfriend, like one of the models from earlier that day. And the way it was, like back then, it was like, oh, she cheated on her boyfriend. Yeah, that was it. It was like kind of like cheating on camera was like kind of like not really heard of. Like it was, mind you, this is the early days of reality TV. So we're seeing everything for the first time. It's like probably the first time we see someone they're cheating and then calling their boyfriend and like he's freaking out. But apparently we didn't even know the half of it. It's like basically now I'm adult, like I could see the darkness of it. Yeah, I'm like she was telling the full story like how she got really drunk and she remembers blacking out and it was more than just them going in the bedroom. She was clearly drunk. They were filmed, the production filmed them in the shower and then they filmed them in the bedroom and like Sadie was like she was literally wasted and she was blacking in and out and she doesn't remember most of it. And it's disgusting. Like the way I took it, she was sexually assaulted and it's disgusting. And production should have fucking stopped it instead of just filming. Are they gonna like were they gonna if some they were like, well usually people go in the bathroom and if it's one person in the bathroom we can't record. But if it's two people in the bathroom then they record, so that's how they got them in the shower. I'm like, okay, so if she was stabbing somebody in the bathroom, were y'all just like going to record it? Y'all just going to keep recording, or were you going to say something? But it's also a sign of the times. Like back then, the woman got blamed, and no one took her side or look at her part or look at what's happening to her. Because especially because they brought up the reason that we didn't see entirely everything that happened, like them going from the hot tub to the bathroom to the bedroom to all the conversations that she had, because they recorded a conversation of her calling the male model, asking if he got tested, if he used a condom, like giving him a rundown. They recorded the whole thing, but none of us saw it because that was like around the week of the Super Bowl halftime show with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, where the titty was exposed. So when the episode of American Top Model happened, they had to like really edit it and skim it. So apparently there's more. And who's the other executive producer? Ken Mott. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, we could have shown more." You know what? Maybe I need to bring up on charges for that more. And I feel like he getting off too easy too. Not it wasn't just Tyra, it was him. And Tyra full of shit because they were like, "Oh, so what do you remember about the Sadie situation?" And Tyra's like, "Oh, hmm, hmm." So they're like, oh, they asked Tyra, like, so what do you remember about the Sadie situation? Tyra's like, like trying to act like she don't remember. And they're like, she's like, oh, well, I'm not in charge of editing. You're the executive producer. And then like 20 minutes later, Tyra goes, yeah, I took a big hand in editing everything and all this other crazy. It was just a lot of Tyra literally gaslighting us. And whoever did the documentary set her ass up. Because they told her this was literally going to be glorifying the show piece, and then it's going to lead to your next season. Because at the end, Tyra was basically like, "Yeah, I did it. I do it again, and wait until cycle 25 because it's coming back." They said put Tyra on the house because she delusional enough. Why is Tyra in Australia? She hiding from somebody? She owe money? Why is she down in Australia going crazy? We need some answers for that. Somebody get some answers. Why is Tyra down in Australia? Who's she hiding from? She hiding from the IRS? Was she at a Diddy party? Yo, where's Tyra's in the Epstein files? Yeah, justice for all the models. All right, now it's time to get some reality TV. We got a lot to catch up on. Not a lot, but it's like a couple episodes. Definitely like Traitors, Summer House. We got like 2 episodes to catch up on. So what should we do first? So let's go to Summer House, season 10, episodes 2 and 3. Like we all knew this was going to happen, guys, but like Kyle's going to gaslight us, like he gaslighting his damn wife. Okay, so I didn't realize that we was gonna be getting all this like episode 2 and 3. I thought we wasn't gonna get to the nitty gritty of all this until like maybe mid season or something like that. Especially like the whole Amanda bringing up the whole rumor of Kyle falling asleep at some fan's house until 6 a.m. one night. I thought that was gonna be a mid season. I thought that was gonna be a season finale kind of video, but nope. See episode 2. Kyle is just gaslighting us. But I didn't expect, like, I expected Kyle to gaslight us, but I didn't expect him to be given Sandoval. Like, the whole conversation where he's like talking to the guys, and he's like, Amanda doesn't clean. She's disgusting. All she does is smoke all day. The apartment's disgusting. It took me back to all Sandoval complaining how Ariana don't clean or Sandoval buys the batteries for the damn house. Bitch, oh shit, that's crazy. What are we coming on like the third anniversary of Sandoval? Of Scandoval? Hmm. Oh, what a time! What a time! We gotta talk about that next episode because I think that'll probably be first. Or no, so it's around Bobby's birthday. We'll talk about that next time. So basically, episode 2, he's talking to the guys, and he's like, "Yeah, Amanda doesn't clean. The house disgusting. All she does is smoke all day." And I'm like, "Bitch, how you know? Because I heard, didn't you just tell us you ain't home? You only home once every 6 days or something like that?" And then second of all, he gonna say he called her mom to come clean the house. That's great. I mean, that's grounds for divorce. I wish you don't call my mother. My mother's number. You don't need my mother's number. If I need to talk to my mother, I have my mother's number. If the hospital need my mom, she's a emergency. Well, not my mom. Bobby don't answer her phone. So Bobby has never been my emergency contact. I gotta change shit too. Now that I think about it, because Daryl, I think Daryl's my emergency contact, and he ain't gonna answer the phone. He can't do nothing for me. Damn, I gotta see some applications. Who want to be my emergency contact? Let me know. God, damn life. I gotta do emergency contact. I don't want to be an adult anymore. Don't call my mother. Don't call my mother and tell her to come and clean my house. How dare you? First of all, I hope Amanda mother. Did Amanda mother come to that house and do it? Because I would say, don't call me about my damn daughter. Don't tell me what to do with my damn daughter. Your mom better have your fucking back, Amanda. That's all I know. But yeah, so he's sitting there talking shit about Amanda to the guys, whatever. Then Amanda comes up and Amanda's like joking. She's like, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" And everyone's like, "Oh, well, you," basically. And Amanda is told, and you know what? If you know me, I'm the biggest Amanda fan. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I'm not the biggest Amanda fan. But Amanda's right in her issue of Kyle. You want to talk to everyone about our problems except me. How is that going to work? If we ain't talking about our problems, how we even try to fix our problems? So that happened. So basically, episode 2 ends. They go home. They have a whole week. They come back. Friday is where episode 2 comes to the end. So the weekend the episode 2 ends. They're cooking a dinner. Sierra and her new girlfriend that she brought that weekend, they cook dinner and they're all sitting down to dinner. And then Kyle decides he wants to do this public apology to everyone. And he's like, "I'm sorry about everything that was said. I'm sorry about bringing up our wedding and relationship." Amanda's like laughing at him, and it's funny because Kyle, why? Because everyone doesn't know they've been together a whole week, the whole week, and Kyle has said nothing. They drove home together the Sunday before, and Kyle has said nothing. He has brought anything up to Amanda about what the issue was or what they were fighting about. A whole 6, 7 days. And Amanda's like, "I'm over it. Fuck him." So Amanda laughing, I give her that. Sierra also started laughing. So let's go a side note on Sierra. Sierra irks me. I don't love or hate her, but she irks my soul. I don't know. It could be just me. What would happen if my girlfriend? I look at reality TV as reality. I look at it as life. How would I feel in a situation where my good girlfriend is getting shitted on, and I'm friends with both of them? I'm friends with both her and her partner. I don't think I would be ragging on him in public as much as Sierra's doing. Like Sierra's like openly yelling at him, like, "Go away, Kyle." Or in this situation where he's at dinner talking, she's laughing at him clearly. Like, but then there's also been times where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I've never been in this situation where I've been friends with the couple the same amount of time. It's always like I'm friends with one person and then the significant other comes in. So then we're friends, but like I've known my friend longer than you. So I've been here before you. I know them longer than you. So I'm going to take their side, obviously, but I don't think I'm going to be attacking the person. Another thing Sarah did that irritates me, that whole leaving the trunk open, and oh, because the boys are going to get it out the car. I brought this up with my female friends because I wanted to know if I was being an asshole, if I was right or wrong. I am very chivalrous. Even as a gay man, I'm very chivalrous to all my female friends. You can ask any of them. But if one of their asses, we on a trip or we somewhere, let's say we come back from the grocery store or something, you just leave the trunk open and go walk into the residence and just expect me to get your bag's gonna be sitting there. Because I'm gonna walk in the residence with you. You leave your suitcase in the trunk. You just open the trunk. I'm grabbing bags, and you just leave your bags and just walk in the house empty-handed. Oh, the boys are gonna get it. No, the boy ain't not gonna get it. But also, they're all straight. Maybe it's a straight thing. I don't know. But I ain't gonna get it. I talked about it with my friend Pam. I was like, Pam, because one thing, Pam is an independent woman. She don't need no man, don't want no man. She don't even want me being a man and doing stuff. She's living in an apartment by herself. And every time I go to the apartment, We be having our chit chat, and I'm a walker. I've always been a walker. Like I just walk around the house. I walk around talking, walking and talking. When I used to go to her apartment, I do like we call it a perimeter check. So I just be walking around, got my drink in my hand. I just go to the windowsill, see a little tug on the window, see if it's locked, see if it's up. Go one window, go around the house, go around, just talking. I somehow end up in the bathroom, check that window, check the door, make it locked. This happens still talking, and and it's funny because she knows what I'm doing. She knows I'm doing a perimeter check, and she's fine with that because I'm not saying what I'm doing. But if I would have came in her house and be like, "Oh, Pam, your door ain't unlocked. Your window going up and down. Why you ain't lock your window? Is that window locked?" Girl, she probably would have stabbed me and then kicked me out. But if I don't say nothing, but by silent perimeter checks were very much appreciated. And ask Pam. I tell her to do a Yelp review. I Sierra, like that's so rude. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of things Sierra does is rude. Like I feel like my mom, I don't. I feel like my parents would not like acting the way that people act sometimes. I don't like rudeness. Like just keep the door open. Be like, oh, the boys gonna get suitcases. No, and then you bring in a new person who I've never met in my life. First of all, Sierra, okay, maybe I know you. We've been friends for a couple of years. Maybe I let you slide with your little rudeness, but don't be bringing no newcomer and then go and teach them your rude antics and go and tell them, oh, they're going to get it, and then don't bring no new person into my house and tell them they can have my bedroom that I done already picked. Jesse, you nicer than me, or maybe because you're a straight man. But if I was gay, if I was there and I had already picked the room, and then somebody comes last and you tell them, "Oh, you can just have my room." Oh, see, I can't be in summer house because I'll be cursing people out because there ain't no. Because you know what? Quiet as kept. Amanda and Kyle don't deserve that master bedroom. They don't need it. They need to be in the small room. Actually, they need to be in the room with the twin beds. They don't need that master bedroom. It's bullshit. It's a waste. It's a waste of space. They taking up too much space for their damn sorry ass marriage. But let's get back. So I think now we leading into let's lead into episode 3. So episode 3, it's the tail end. This hat is gonna be crooked. It's cute. You like it? It's cute. It's a cute hat. I like wearing it in the house. I don't know if I like wearing it out. This hat. Don't judge. Don't judge. It's whatever. So episode 3, Kyle storms out of dinner because he's upset because Sarah is laughing at him. Carl goes out and chases after him. Everyone else is like not phased by this. And why are we not phased by this? Because Kyle and Amanda have been arguing about their damn marriage for the last 10 years. And then they numb to it. Except for the newbies. The newbies are like, how are y'all still eating when it's like World War III happening right now? They're like, oh, that's just Kyle and Amanda. They fine. Basically. Carl runs out, talks to Kyle. Whatever, same shit, different day. The main other point of it, they go to the beach the next day and they're at the dune of apology because we know Kyle loves a public apology. Can't do an apology in private, but he loves a public apology on that damn beach. So basically, the conversation is going the same way it's been going for years. Like Kyle's like, I don't understand, Amanda, what you want from me. I know you're so upset. I don't know what you can do. And Amanda, it's like Amanda and the rest of America does not understand why Kyle doesn't understand what the problem is. Amanda has been saying the same thing for 10 years. I don't want you drinking all the time. I don't want you staying out late. Season 2, season 3. Cut down on your drinking. Why are you staying out late? He's been saying the same freaking things. But the problem is that the two things that Amanda wants Kyle to change are Kyle's best assets. I'm going to say it again. The two things that Amanda wants Kyle to change are his best qualities. And they are Kyle's favorite thing about him. He loves to drink and he loves to stay out late. And that's the problem. That's why he refuses to change. Bitch, if I was dating somebody and they had a problem with the amount of time that I nap or my naps, and they be like, you nap too much? I need you to nap less. I'll be like, how? Bitch, that ain't gonna change. I think we just need, but I ain't gonna be like how. I'm like, okay, well, we ain't gonna work out. If you can't appreciate a good that may lead to you staying in the rest of the night. We can't be together. That ain't gonna work. There is no love here. The two things that Amanda wants Kyle to change are his best attributes. And that's where I go back to episode 1 or 2 or the other week when I was like, Amanda and Kyle's problem is that they aren't compatible. And I forget which one of them said that they aren't compatible. They aren't. Amanda don't want to be no reality TV star. Amanda want to be in Jersey drinking her Corona with some kids running around in the backyard. Kyle does not want that. Kyle wants to drink. He wants to party. He wants to have a nanny to handle the kids. That's what he wants for his life. And you know what? Kyle's the one. Yes, Kyle's the one fucking up the most. But I can't sit there and fault him as the main bad guy. Because you know what, Amanda, you knew this when you married him. You knew he liked to drink. You knew he liked to party when you married him. I have not been married, but if it's in the cards for me, I'm not going to marry somebody that I want to change. If I don't like the person that they are and the way they live their life the day of that damn ceremony, then you don't need to be getting married to them. What the fuck do you get into a relationship or a marriage and you know that you need to change somebody to be with them for the rest of your life? I don't get that. But Amanda's not the bad guy because Amanda's done. Amanda is through, and I think she's realized it. In my head, I think they living together at this point. So this was in this past summer. So this has been last July. So maybe that's why Kyle never talked to her all week. I don't think they're living together. So Kyle throws a temper tantrum because he wants to keep saying it because he doesn't want to admit that he understands what Amanda's problems are, even though she's been saying it clear as day for years. She's saying you're drinking, you're partying are the problems. He doesn't want to admit that because he knows himself that he ain't changing. He knows himself. Amanda don't. He knows he's not changing, and he doesn't want to, and he's not going to. This is who he is, and this is how he's going to be for the rest of his life. He's not changing. So he's throwing his temper tantrum. Because in his head, because if I go in Kyle's head, he's like, why can't she just accept me for who I am? She's not going to. She doesn't want to. This is not how she wants her life to be. This isn't how she wants her life to be. And it's not how she wants the rest of her life. So you're just going to have a temper tantrum. That's basically it with Kyle and Amanda. Wait, hold. Before I leave Kyle, I think episode 2, he was talking to Carl, and he was like, he started DJing because it brings more money in for Loverboy. Because Loverboy isn't doing well. He had to put in $50,000 of his own money into Loverboy to keep it going, and he hasn't been taking salary since November 2024. So at this point, it's 2025. So he hasn't been taking a salary for a good 6 months. Is Loverboy about to go bankrupt? And then I ask myself, has Loverboy ever been in the black? Because if I go back in my cortex, Loverboy been having money problems since Loverboy started. Oh, for anybody who don't know, Loverboy is Kyle's drink brand. It's like canned cocktails, mixed drinks. He started maybe 6-7 years ago. Amanda's part of the company. He's one of the CEOs. They promote it like hell on the show everywhere. So Kyle used to go a lot. He used to go different cities, do different things, different events and stuff like that. He's been to Philly a couple times. I never got to go, but yeah. But so he's going back. He's like, money. Okay, first of all, Kyle, stop lying. You did not become a DJ to help Loverboy. Let's stop. Loverboy has always been having money problems, and it's giving. Okay, Loverboy about to go bankrupt. Yeah, I feel like Loverboy's been stayed struggling. I feel like Loverboy's never been in a good place, which is weird. Episode 2. Okay, so I think last episode I went off on the Lexi girl about her boyfriend that left her at Sweetgreen. So her actually is Bailey, not Lexi. So we also learned that Bailey was the breadwinner in that relationship, and she used to pay for vacations and the rent and whatnot. To which I'm going to say again, Bailey, stop telling that story because you're just making it worse. And I'm sick of you talking about this man that you done floated, but he ended up leaving you at a Sweetgreen. Bailey, stop telling that story. Next thing I loved when KJ and Sierra, they had their black bonding moment, and they were talking about how growing up, it's this thing that black parents tell their kids, growing up in America, predominantly white area. I went to all black high school, But it's still like I understood the things that they were saying and the things they said their parents were telling them. One thing was like when you ride into a suburb, turn your music down. Don't have your music blasting in this certain perimeter. Turn it down. That could get you in trouble. And one thing I would say, I brought this up to my friend like a couple months ago, and I was like, "What's it? You always get a bag or a receipt?" I was like, "You always get a when you go to a store." I asked, I was like, "When you go to a store, do you always make sure you get a bag and a receipt? Like you go to Wawa, pay for something, you make sure you get a bag and receipt." And he was like, "No, that's something like black parents always tell their kids. When you go in the store, I would get cussed the fuck out if I go in the store and I come back out to that car and I ain't have a bag or a receipt from what I purchased." And why do black parents tell their kids? So we can't get accused of stealing. We got a receipt in the bag that we got from the cashier. It's just to cover our asses. So I enjoyed their black bonding moment where they talked about those things because like love Summer House down, but there's not a lot of black people. Like Sierra was like maybe like the first black cast member. I think she was, and she's lasted. The other ones kind of suck. Like you know what I realized this week? Gabby's going. Did we get a no? Gabby was on the season. Gabby's going. There was another girl who I hated. She was annoying. Sierra's been the main black character. Now we have KJ, but I love that whole black bonding moment, and then like really, I that touched on that. I love that. Last thing about Summer House, and going back to Sierra, who I have a love or hate relationship with. Sierra, how long are we going to do this whole? How long is this bit going to last of you hating Wes, like this whole Wes bit? Because, girl, this is the second summer. It's 2 years. It's been 2 years. Like you punishing this man 2 years. Y'all situation with 2 months, and you still mad at this man 2 years later. Like, I get it. Maybe in real life, if someone fucks you over in a 2 month situation, you would be mad at them for the rest of your life. But you're a cast member on the show where you're going to a house with this person. You're making a decision to be a cast member on this show, and you're in a house together. Okay, so this happened summer 23. The situationship happened. Summer 24. Okay, punish him. I get it to you. It's the next season. We ain't seeing you hand put belt to ass. So yes, summer 24, you got me, girl. But now we in summer 25. You got to get over it, sweet. You got to get over it. And it's not just because Wes is my Buki bear. Like it's not a good look. It's and I think the thing and because I want Sierra. Oh, that girl is beautiful. Sierra will be on my list of wives of people. How if I envision what my wife would look like, Sierra, it would be Sierra. Sierra's on that list. But I want her to be better socially. Like the rudeness is annoying. Like the rudeness about the luggage. But like you can still pick on Wes, but you are like literally like dragging this whole thing out for years for a 2 month situationship. And I think the problem, and I want better for Sierra, and I want her to stop coming off this way and being played by these mediocre straight white men on this show. Because you know what? I feel like if the whole Austin thing didn't happen, Sierra would not still be this mad. But she's like, I done got played by two whack ass white men, mediocre heterosexuals on national television. I can't let it up. I can't let up. And girl, I kind of get it, but still, you not. It's getting old because you still deciding to be on this show and y'all in the same house. Like just fake the funk, like fake and be nice in the house, and then separately be like, I don't fuck with you. But when I'm recording, I'm getting my check. Then we fine. When these cameras running, do like Kyle do. How's Amanda said Kyle don't want to take no accountability or talk about shit unless those cameras up. Sierra, be like Kyle. Do a Kyle. Be like Kyle. Be like Kyle. All right. Where are we at? Hold on. I gotta start ready, so I gotta go dinner. What we doing now? Let's do trade. I feel like I can get Traitors out really fast because so I have 2 episodes of Traitors. I think we have to talk about episode Traitors season 4, episode 9, and Traitors season 4, episode 10, which could kind of be the same things. So we pick up episode 9. Ken is just banished, revealed to be a traitor. Rob's the sole traitor. He has to pick someone to offer them to be a traitor, or they have to get killed. They either have to join him as a traitor or be killed. He picked Eric. I think Rob picked Eric because he knows Eric can be a good scapegoat. Like he can throw Eric under the bus because Rob doesn't realize the show is called Traitors. He thinks it's traitor, like it's not supposed to be a group activity. So he's like, okay, well I can bring Eric. Eric can fuck up, and then Eric will get kicked out. Rob ain't want no partner. I wholeheartedly, Rob just wanted to get Eric because Eric's an easy person to throw under the fucking bus. There's murder. I know Dorinda is pissed, but she made, Dorinda made it long enough. Dorinda wasn't going to win. She was just there to be there, and she didn't want to get. She wanted her lick back because she got voted out first in season 3. So Dorinda is murdered. Eric does decide to become a traitor, and now he's acting weird. Episode 9, like around like 18 minutes in, I was like so over all of them being wrong because they all get to breakfast and they're all like talking. Oh, who could the traitor be now? Who could the traitor be now? And like they're all just so fucking stupid. All the fucking faithfuls are idiots. I'm just gonna ramble because I'm not even do a full recap. Like literally, they're just idiots. And Mara continuing to bring up the whole Candace throwaway vote, the throwaway vote, the throwaway vote. What's the throwaway? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Where Mara from? She from Love Island? She watch Love Island. I start the first couple weeks and then I lose track and then you're like 50 episodes behind. So Love Island I really can't keep up with. But whatever. Mars pissed me off. They don't know nothing. They're all idiots. I think like 18 minutes into one episode, I was like, I'm over it. And then they got to like the whole Jack in the Box shit. And I was like, okay, I can watch Jack in the Box challenge. But so the roundtable for episode, they end up banishing Steven. It wasn't even like anything smart. It was just dumb reason. Yeah, they get to the roundtable, and it's just like dumb reason. Like they end up banishing Steven. I don't think there was any clear reason on banishing Steven. It was just a bunch of mess. And it's just very annoying because I feel like we spent an entire 45 minutes of them slowly getting to a right track, and then they walk into the roundtable room with a set plan. And it's a half smart plan. Then they sit down and everyone gets fucking flustered. And then everyone just switches and just go the opposite direction. And it just pisses me off because they did the same thing. Episode 9, Natalie gets flustered and they bring up the fact that because like they want to get Natalie out and they bring up the fact that Natalie wanted the antidote and like she gets flustered. I just think Natalie just gets flustered. And they bring up the fact that Natalie like really wanted the antidote at the dinner where they got Jam Jam. And they bring that up. There was no solid evidence of why they had to get rid of Steve. There wasn't. And Steve looks good. When you are an unproblematic white person, age well. When you're problematic and you're MAGA, that's when you start aging like milk. But Steven got banished, and he's like, y'all fucked yourselves, which is true because he's faithful, and they're just stupid, and they're all idiots. So let's get to episode 10. So episode 10, two traders left are Rob and Eric are still there. Tara and Johnny reveal that they're freaking best friends, and I don't think anyone was shocked. Like you guys from the escapades or escapades, like I think everyone knew. But the whole episode, Tara is like, I think Rob may be a traitor, and she has that plan. She tells people her plan. She gets people on her side, and you know what? I'm just going to say this. Fuck Tara. Fuck Tara. And you know what? This is just the game, Tara. Like, and as a real person, don't bully her. I think in the real person, you may be amazing. But, like, in this game, I'm just going to say, fuck Tara. Because she's doing what y'all have done the entire fucking game. Y'all talk about all fucking day. Y'all talk about this could be the traitor. Let's do this be the traitor. Let's get for that. You talk to everyone. You get people on your side. Then you sit your ass down in that chair and you freaking switch. And you come up with a last minute idea. No, just stay with how you felt all day. Just stay on the path that you have written. Why the hell? Now, the person you've been talking to all day, Natalie, your biggest ally, you switch on her at the table. And for me, it's looking like, as I was at the round table, it would look very much like, Tara, you're a traitor. Because why the hell are you going around the whole castle, rooting everybody, telling everybody, oh, we're going to go after Rob. And then when it gets to Rob, you're silent. You don't say shit. And you let everything turn on me. Fuck Tara. And that's what I said the entire 5 minutes of that round table, this episode. I was yelling in my fucking room. I was like, fuck Tara. Fuck Tara. Fuck Tara. And you know what? All right, first of all, Natalie, you look good. You look good in that dress, girl. That was a good dress. I don't know if I would have wanted to wear it. Like you look good. I don't know if that was like I want to walk around the castle and the dress and heels all day like that. But you look. But when Natalie was like to Johnny, she was like, Johnny was about to flip over his sign to vote banish her. She was like, "Don't say you're sorry," and that's true. Don't say you're fucking sorry, because all y'all are a piece of shit. All y'all are the freaking worst. You're terrible at this fucking game. Because for all day we sitting here had a plan of who we thought the traitor was, and then y'all come and turn on me. Why, Natalie? You know what? I've been saying this. I don't like Rob at all. But you know what? I want him to win because I want all these fucking dumbass faithfuls to sit there with pie on their face and look stupid and realize they as stupid as they look right now. All of them are fucking idiots. That's my rant. What's the last thing I get into? Oh, Real Housewives of Potomac. So their part one of their reunion came on last Sunday. It was a good reunion. I would say this about the Real Housewives of Potomac this season. It could have been real bad with Karen leaving. Karen's like who's the golden goose of the show. I would say Karen's like the main person. It could have went really bad. But this season has been very consistent. It's been very funny. And this is a good reunion. I think it started off with Wendy and her husband Eddie. They picked up cameras after they were arrested. And they did a scene at their house, which I could tell was scripted. I don't know why the hell Wendy was talking so damn low. Like, why was she whispering like she was Gina Jackson? Like, they scripted that. They practiced that whole scene. Wendy is like, it's like after they got out of jail. Whatever. They practiced that whole scene. So then it goes to actual reunion. I love when Giselle comes out first and she swears she getting the first seat. Giselle, we over it. You ain't done. You don't do nothing to get the first seat after Andy. You don't do nothing. So you don't deserve the first seat. So move on down to seat 2. You're fine. So they all said that everybody looked good. Wendy looked the best. Wendy, she going to jail, y'all. Wendy is going to jail. I don't know if she's going to get out of this. If Wendy don't go to if Wendy don't go to jail, Eddie definitely going to jail. I could see Eddie taking the rap and be like, leave my wife out so she can take care of the kids. I can see that happening. But somebody gonna go to jail, y'all. But whatever. So they start out asking Wendy how she is. She says she's scared. She was taking a nap when the cops came, and Giselle. Okay, so Giselle tried to bring it up. Wendy was like, "Oh, I was taking a nap." Giselle goes, "Oh, was that why your wig looked like that in the month?" And Wendy was actually a good sport. You know, I'm gonna give it to Wendy. Wendy is the only housewife who has gone through anything criminal and been to a reunion, and I think Wendy is being open and truthful. Like she's not talking about like I don't think we need to know the details. We know what the charges are. Everyone can find the docket and read the police report. But she's not coming in this reunion like every other housewife saying, "Oh, well, I can't talk about it. My counsel, I can't talk. I can't speak on that. I can't speak how I feel. I can't do that." I don't think she's giving anything that's going to make her look bad. She's being honest. Like I feel like she came into the reunion. I respect that. Her being honest about what's going on. She's scared. She's not saying she didn't say she's guilty or innocent. She's not giving any details about her defense, but she's saying how she feels, and I think that's what we all want. Like Erica Girardi, who Erica went into like 3 different reunions. Everyone's asking her how she goes. She's like, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about open case. So Wendy came in saying, I'm scared. I'm scared. This is what happened when I was arrested. I'm scared about my kids. This is how my kids found out. I'm worried. And I respect that. And the whole exchange with her and Giselle talking about the mugshot. It was very funny. It was good, cheeky. It was cool. Stacey was a big part of the reunion. They brought up that a lot of them was like Stacey's not authentic, blah, 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 blah. My feelings on Stacey, Stacey's funny. I like Stacey. But we all know Stacey lie. Y'all don't got no problem when Juice be lying on Atlanta. Y'all don't got no problems when Erica Girardi be lying on Beverly Hills. Why the hell everybody gotta have a problem with Stacey? Stacey funny. And you know, Andy likes Stacey. Andy loves Stacey. So Stacey ain't going nowhere. But the thing about Stacey, where I'm like, Stacey's lies, she tells lies that are like little white lies. Her lies ain't hurting nobody. She lying that I can't come to dinner because my husband's not in town, but her husband's in town. Like those little lies. She's not like Giselle, Candace and her husband, basically accusing him of sexual assault or sexual harassment. Stacey's not Giselle, who was running with rumors and lying about Monique's son's paternity, saying that Monique was having an affair with her trainer. That's a serious lie. So, on the grand scheme of things, of who else is sitting on that darn couch in their lies, Stacey, you fine with me, because Stacey's funny. And her lies aren't hurting people or tearing people's families apart. So, that's it on that. Still don't like Ashley, her big ass forehead. Ashley done been a liar and been a pain in the behind since she got there. And Ashley ain't got nowhere to talk about somebody divorced because it took, Ashley 4 or 5 years to get divorced from Gollum. And you want to talk about people's husbands? Let's talk about your husband used to be groping the cameraman and the lighting staff on Potomac. So Ashley ain't got nobody to talk to. Ain't got about shit to say. So that's where we at with that. I'm excited for part 2. It's gonna be on Sunday. It's gonna be good. Yeah, Potomac is really good this season, so it's gonna be good. Okay, before I get out of here, let's do like 1 or 2 Ask Leek questions. I have a lot, but I'm gonna save some for next week because I did have to talk about a lot of things since I was catching up on like 2 weeks of stuff today. Okay, let's see this one. If you could be on any reality show post-current, which one would it be? Honestly, I would want to be on like the early seasons of Vanderpump Rules, like when it was a Stassi, Jax wasn't a creep yet, like Sandoval wasn't a piece of shit, like they're all like just in 20s, just working and bartending at a restaurant. They had the back alley where they used to fight and argue all the time. Like that just seems like living, like West Hollywood. Yeah, and I was like in my 20s, like that would be like a Vanderpump Rules, like the first 5 to 6 seasons. That was like peak television. Addressing rumors about Lisa Rinna, Drag, and Colton about the stalker thing for the Traitors. I'm so excited for this damn Traitors reunion. They got rid of all the fun people in the beginning this season. Like everyone else is duds right now. It's not fun. They got rid of all the good people in the beginning of Traitors this season. So I think I heard there's like a video of like Lisa Rinna going around. She's like at a Barnes and Nobles. I don't know why. Does she have a book? It'll go to Barnes and Nobles. I guess her old lady gang, I guess, yeah, they will go to Barnes and Nobles. Okay. Yeah, so she was at Barnes and Nobles, and everyone asked her, like, who do you talk to still from the cast? She was like, I talk to everyone except for Colton, who unfollowed me on Instagram. And she was like, I may have said something mean, or I said something, she was like, I was playing the game, but I may have said something mean to him at the reunion. And something to the point of bringing up his stalking. Which, good. Because they trying to act like, I said this in my first episode, they were trying to act like Colton is some gift from God when he's a literal stalker. He literally terrorized that woman for months. The tracker on some damn car. Fuck Colton. One more. Okay. Which Bravo celebrity would Malik's first public beef be with, and why is it Whitney? I think you're talking about Whitney Rose. I don't hate Whitney Rose. Whitney annoys the fuck out of me. She's annoyed me less the last 2 seasons. But I think my first Bravo celebrity beef is probably going to be with Giselle Bryant. I don't hate that woman, but she annoys the fuck out of me. Like her hazing mentality and the shit that she be pulling. Bring a new man on us every season that she paying on her payroll. It just gets annoying. It's just like mean old lady energy from Giselle Bryant. I got a whole bunch of questions, but I'm gonna save some for next week. Yeah, I think I have so much for. So thanks for listening. Episode 3, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. If you enjoyed this chaos, do me a favor, subscribe and leave a 5-star rating and review. That helps me out, feeds my ego, keeps the mic on. And don't forget to join the mess online by following Life of Leek Pod and never missing a rant. I'll talk to you guys next time. Same mic, same delusion. Bye.